morning, good morning, good morning. We are back in Georgia. Yeah, man, Antigua was great. We are in Canton, Georgia today. There is a church called Revolution Church that's having their 25th anniversary celebration this weekend. Today is just the setup day. Look at this place, it's beautiful. Look at this, huh? Look at that. So we have an outdoor event tomorrow. Today we're setting up. We are on a stage line, SL260 I think it is. Yeah, so we're just gonna set up today. Guys are unloading the truck and all that good stuff. And yeah, we are, I think this time I'll be able to show you some more technical stuff because we might have some time to do that because they're gonna come in and run their own stuff. We're just setting it up and making it look pretty and sound good. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
How you feeling? Ha, look who's back on the vlogs again.
What's up, man?
Mikey's here.
Good boys.
What's going on, buddy?
Camera.
I know, right? What's going on, man?
Just made some measurements and
Yeah.
adjusted my file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's about a
Alright.
3:15 through.
Okay. Who's looking for me? What's up? Wow, everybody's here. All right, so we're kind of just getting started. Here behind me is the stage line, the SL260. We're kind of getting our motors hooked up, getting our amps in place, all that good stuff. And then I'm gonna shut the camera off and get set up and then take you for a tour around once we're up and running. So I'll get set up with Mike and all that. Look at this place, it's so beautiful. I'll get set up and Mike and I will run the PA and then we'll come back and see what's going on.
Break it.
There's Nate, good old buddy.
What up?
Joel, my new friend, he's
Yeah,
on
man.
monitors. We might get an interview with him today.
All right.
Hopefully.
Sounds like a plan.
Everybody's on a little bit of a break right now. Here's our power. Here's the greatest lighting guy in the whole world. What's up, buddy? You all right?
Doing well.
Good to see you on a TE gig.
Yeah, glad to be here. It's been a
Yeah.
How you doing?
What's going on, sir? You all right? Pretty good. Can't complain.
I like the camera.
Trying to do a little something.
Doing it for the vlog.
My buddy. Now I can give you a hug, a real hug. What's up, man? You all right? That's right. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I was in
Antigua?
Antigua.
It was great. It was hot. It was very hot and humid.
Nice and cool down there.
It was pretty humid. My goodness.
Bye.
There's our production manager Zach right there. There's Ben Brown. I'm sure you remember him from the Mississippi vlogs. So yeah,
You doing YouTube?
I am. So we are. Everybody wants to be on YouTube now.
I'm an A2.
It is the DJ ad.
Let's go, baby. We out here working in the heat.
A2
Staying on business.
20th anniversary.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're gonna get set up. We're gonna get set up and I'll check in with you later. Yeah, we have been running and gunning all day. We are still behind time. We are doing the best we can. It's super hot. We're taking our time making sure that we hydrate, stay as cool as possible, but we're looking pretty good. PA is, I don't know if you can see, is up in the air. Subs are aligned and tied in. I think we're just waiting to do front fills and I'll give you a full tour tomorrow once we are up and running because we come in a little early. I think we come in 6 hours before the show starts. And I'll give you a rundown. We'll just kind of go from there. I'm here with Brian Brian is the front of house guy for Revolution Church, which is the church that we're doing this weekend. So it's pretty much like a church day out type vibe. Don't you think so, Brian?
That's right.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll get a chance to talk to Brian once he gets settled. He's working on his console file and getting stuff all set up, and he'll kind of walk us through what he's using for this this particular service this weekend. Looking forward to it, Brian.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah. So yeah, guys, stick around. Oh, my head's not in the shot. Stick around, and we will update you before the sun goes down, hopefully, because we're supposed to have a rehearsal
That's right.
this afternoon. But we will get there. We will get there, I promise you. So see you in a bit. All right, folks, we are pretty close to sound check. PA is up and tested and tuned. Client likes it. They're happy. We're just working on some stuff on the stage. Back there is where we're mixing from and all that good stuff. But yeah, we're sitting pretty okay. I'll get you some footage of this rehearsal, and then tomorrow I'll go in depth with everything that we did, at least audio wise, and get you some interviews and all that good stuff. All right? I'm not gonna lie though, today was a lot harder than it looked like on paper. It was hot, extremely hot. We slowed down because we had some issues, but we're in a good spot now. This is stage right. You can see the PA right behind me. It's up. We just need to align it real good. There's our amp world. I'll show you that tomorrow. It's been a hell of a day.
Yeah.
Mikey's did a good job, man. He's tired, but we pushed through, man.
Yeah, dog.
Good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, today is show day. We are ready. The church is doing their little rehearsal. We'll talk to some of them, once they get some free time. We're just getting in, so just getting them all set up and ready for rehearsal and all that good thing. So yeah, I will show you around when we get some time. Mikey is over here doing his thing, his thug dizzle. He's got his tie line, finally. Yeah, we know what you did yesterday. So yeah, there is the choir and
Kuba.
band. Well, the band.
Kuba.
And praise.
Kuba. 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 Yeah, man.
There is
Hi.
everybody. There's Joel trying to look serious. I mean, I think he is.
How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm great.
Finally made it. What a day.
Brian,
So, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, I was able to pull Brian away from his busy schedule here this weekend. We're celebrating Revolution Church's 20th anniversary. So, Brian, congratulations, man. It's great to meet you, and it's great to work with you this weekend. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I have been at Revolution for 11 years.
11 years.
Yes,
Wow.
11, almost 12. So since then, started a long time ago playing drums. That's how I kind of got into the audio world, and then
Yeah.
once I got around the other side of the PA, I was like, oh, this is fun, and it's just a different challenge too. Actually, the lead pastor was actually my student pastor in Texas growing up. So he has kind of been my pastor for since I was a teenager. So yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, it's one of those places that's like, it is my job, but it's my church first,
Yeah.
and that's what I love about it. Is like, man, I would do all of this even if I wasn't paid and on staff to do it, and what God has been doing, and that's what we're here celebrating the last 20 years is all the life change,
Yeah.
all the stories. I mean, if you just take a second and think back and look, it's pretty incredible. So it's been an honor to be a part of it. Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. It was definitely, I've gotten so used to the room being a part of the sound in the good and the bad ways that out here it's like, we just turned it up and that first kick drum was just, I'm like, all right, well, we're going to have to, you know, it's a fun challenge. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
I would compare it to sometimes front of house versus mixing broadcast versus even just mixing outdoors versus indoors. It's definitely, it's great in a lot of ways, but it's definitely got its own challenges. But it's been learning, trying different things, trying new things, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because we've kind of added some pieces since yesterday, but I think at the end of the day, especially for something like this, simplicity, I'm going to contradict myself by having some external stuff, but simplicity where we can, because I have tried to do most of the heavy lifting in the console, and then just something either I can't do or want to do differently, we'll do just in a couple channels of waves. But yeah, it's pretty, as far as the band and everything, it's a typical band. I would say drums, keys, bass, 2 guitars, 4 vocals, and some tracks.
Okay.
So as far as how I break it down, I basically put everything into groups. So if we go to, we've got our drums, what I call drums dry, which is every drum input, including cymbals, and we have our parallel compression or drum smash group, and that's just my kick, snare, top, bottom, and the toms, and those get compressed and blended in. And then every other thing, all the basses, so every bass sort of input, so whether that's synth bass from tracks or obviously bass guitar, that all gets in there, acoustics, electrics, tracks, keys, and vocals. So yeah, do some input processing, but then try to do some group stuff to kind of help glue things together, especially in drums. I feel like that helps kind of make things cohesive.
Yeah.
And then from there, I mean, it's pretty simple. We just send that to, like, there's a little bit of stuff on the actual band bus. So this is just Fusion that we actually use at the church. I pulled it out of a rack, and I hope I put it in the correct way tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, because today's Saturday.
But it's basically for this knob and this button to engage these 2 knobs. But driving density,
some distortion out of that.
yeah, I mean, it's a great description. Density, I mean, it just makes the mix really thick. I mean, it's doing some kind of harmonic stuff, but it's one of those things that's it's better in than it is out. So it's like great. So that's definitely where Waves was coming in, because we were doing a little bit of really just EQ on the console, and then from there just to kind of clean it up, and then it goes into Waves, and that's the channel strip we're using right now. So PSE, just pretty aggressive to kind of.
Let me get on the other side.
Yeah, you're good.
There we go.
So PSE to kind of clean it up, and then we are using some vocal tuning. So I do have a MIDI controller that's just firing some snapshots. So as we change keys, and we can do that. But then
that's cool, and that's all controlled over MIDI.
Yeah, it's just set up as a MIDI controller here in Super Rack, so you can assign whatever you want. I'm using the hot snapshot feature, so I've mapped these buttons to be my hot snapshots. So throughout the day, I've kind of got the first part of our set loaded in, and then later on in the day, I'll just load the next snapshot so I can kind of go in order. And then I have a kill button for turning that off for if they are in a different key or I make a mistake, or they're usually talking to. I tend to turn that off just so they don't hit a long note and it pulls them into some random key. No, I don't. That's a great question. No, it's all in here.
All in there.
I didn't want to do both, because then timing and latency would kind of be off between one or the other. So I just kept it in here. But I am using in the premium rack. I'm just using the bus comp on both. One's just kind of like on the main drum group, just barely tickling it. It's not doing more than 4 dB, and then smacking it pretty hard. I mean, you can see how low the threshold is.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get the thwoppy kind of thing to blend back in, and then there's a little.
Where's your level blend for your drums with your crush?
Right here, right now. So I would say it's 60-40. It was 50-50 earlier, but it felt a little too. I don't know. It didn't kind of like maybe breathe in moments where it kind of everything was kind of maybe too squashed.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit of EQ just on that group as well.
Yeah, because your toms are really sticking out really nicely. It's got great attack. Your kick drum as well. It's beefy, but yet it's sticking through the mix, which sounds really, really good.
Yeah, and we worked yesterday, I mean, to kind of get that balance in the PA of subs and mains and stuff like that. So normally, in some cases, kind of do the smiley face on it, just suck out the mids and kind of have this, pull tech kind of sound. But in this one, I'm actually taking out some of the 100, 200, but
yeah,
it's what it sounds like. You turn it till it works, and so I feel like that works. Yeah, like I said, I started playing drums when I was probably 12, 13, and then kind of got into mixing when I was 16 at the church I was at in Texas. We had a couple campuses, and we worked with great gear and people that kind of gave me the opportunity to fail and learn, and started on analog, and definitely it was good too, because you didn't have a whole rack of things. You had, if you had an ACP 88, you were like, yes, I've got 8 compressors. But trying to figure out, making the most and being very intentional with what you're doing, I think that helped, as obviously digital has, I would say, taken over, and you can put everything on everything. But there's definitely some channels that's like, it has high pass filter and that's it. So I think that helped. But yeah, that was since I would say 16, 17, been kind of
nice.
mixing, and so yeah, I am.
Yeah, you guys will have to guess how old he is. I'm not gonna say.
I'm 34. So yeah. I would say, don't think you know everything, because you can always learn something. I think if the minute you feel like, I mean, we've even talked. I was asking you, hey, like, what's working, what's different? Like I think the more open-handed you can be with things and not make it about the seat or the position, and just be, it's, I mean, this, it's like, I think it's more of who you are as a person than like the skill you can teach somebody, and how to operate a console. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's ear training. Like, you're using your ear, like listening to music and kind of breaking it down of what's doing what is always good. But I think too, just being, I know the minute I kind of stopped pursuing it to make it the thing was the minute God opened up the doors for the opportunities to do it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's a lesson there in just kind of humility and timing, and especially if you're wanting to do it from a professional level or tour or whatever, there's definitely a pay the dues phase, and also just learn, because there's a lot. I have guys that I look up to that I'm always trying to learn from and pick their brain, and that's the cool part of it. There's a lot of different ways to get to the end goal. So just being willing and open to learn, and making sure the drums sound good.
Yeah, make sure the drums sound good.
It covers a multitude of sins.
Yeah, dude. Well, thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to hearing your mix later this evening.
Let's do it.
Take care.
Hi, my name is Kuba, and I mix monitors for the 20-year anniversary event for Revolution Church. I started doing audio, I think, in 2008. I was back in Poland, and our small church just moved to a bigger building, and basically on the first day they realized no longer one person can do lights, PowerPoint, and audio, so they gather random people to. I remember the drummer came to me and he was like, "Hey, what you doing today?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing." And he's like, "Okay, sit here, don't touch anything really. There's a record button, that's it." And after that, he came to me. He's like, "Did you like it? Like, how did it go?" I was like, "Yeah, that's great." "Would you like to learn more?" And that's how it started. Like, I was basically out of necessity in the church. I said yes, and that's how it started. I got very interested in it, so even on my own time, I was just like learning, trying to figure out what is the best EQ for kick ever, and that sort of things. So really, what is it, like 2008, like 15 years, something like that? Yeah. I do prefer monitors. I'm also a musician. I play on stage as well. Okay. But this gives me I feel like I'm closer to the band. I'm more in communication with them. Like this, I'm not a lone person like at front of house. which is like there's more interaction. Yeah.
Like Brian.
It's I don't know. It's just I like front of house, and in church, in our church in Revolution, we don't really do monitors. The band mixes itself on the app.
Okay.
So I do front of house there with Brian in rotation. But I do like it's a different kind of mix. Like you still want everything to sound good, but like you tailor every mix per person.
Yeah.
I like it. It's fun. What helps here specifically is like we are all friends, and like that always helps, because like if musician and production person, doesn't matter if it's sound or video or whatever, if you don't have relationship, then the communication is more difficult. In here we're all friends, so they don't hesitate to say, hey Kuba, something doesn't feel right. And sometimes they don't even can explain what's wrong, but like I'm just listening to them, I can listen to their mix a little bit. And sometimes I can just help them like find what is the thing they don't like or they need more in the mix.
Yeah.
So the challenges for them, it definitely is like waiting in line for me to like go to their mix.
Yeah.
But also I think it can be helpful. Like I said, like sometimes the only input I get is like, hey, I feel myself weird. I hear myself weird. And that's all I get. So I have to go there, like figure out if it's compression, EQ, or maybe other stuff, or like the mix. Other things in the mix are like not helping that thing. So, and that's, I think, is cool thing. Just like, and everybody, you know, have different different ears. So like not everything, like that's how it started. I got like, we recorded the multi-track session, then I did the virtual soundcheck, and I made sure like starting all the channels kind of sound good.
Yeah.
But then like it's tailoring to whatever they need, whatever will help them perform stress-free, basically. So we had the soundboard, it's a Yamaha CL5. This is my first time mixing on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
How do you like it so far?
I do like it. Like obviously, like every brand has like a different kind of like logic of where to find different things. So but luckily we were able to get those consoles, and ahead of time we set them up. Like I was able to go through every menu, like kind of figure out what's what.
Yeah.
I do like it. It sounds really good. That's for sure. It really does sound really good. At Revolution we're using Soundcraft VI 5000.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And for console we use LV1 waves, and it comes with an app, Maimon, so all of the band can just like mix them themselves. But we already set some, channel strips that will get them started.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
On this particular show, you have no stage wedges, right?
Nope.
No stage wedges. Everything is on here.
Yes. All ears. So all the ears are actually Shure PSM 1000.
Okay.
They sound really good. I know also because I've used them before. Especially I play bass. Great.
Yeah.
Just great quality of the mix you can get out of it.
Microphones? What kind of microphones?
We're using Shure Accents, and they've been just incredible so far.
I love the Accents. They're fantastic.
Yes, plug and play basically.
Plug and play.
They sound really good. The setup is easy, very intuitive.
Yeah.
Especially if you also have a workbench, you can like just set everything, deploy, and it's very easy. And I love that that we can just send them through Dante, just one patch.
Straight to Dante.
Yeah.
So there's no analog XLR connections.
No.
On this.
We were thinking about it to even like maybe redundantly send, because they also have analog outs,
Yes.
to send them to the Rio rack. But then I said, you know what? Like, if Dante fails, it doesn't matter if the Dante, because Rio connects with CL5 also through Dante.
Yes.
So I'm like, if the Dante fails, it doesn't matter if it goes through the Rio or the straight to console. Right now, we just cut out the middleman, basically. No, it's pretty much simple. Yeah, I was gonna do like maybe some drum groups and like put some compression on it,
Yeah.
but we're kind of short of time. So and it sounds good. We have also good mics. I really like those. Those are KSM shorts on overhead. So I literally just started with those made them sound good, and then add a little bit of kick, of snare and stuff to the mix. That's been really good, actually. We ended up not even like putting dedicated mics for Crush or Ride.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good, man. It sounds good out there, and I'm sure they're happy.
yeah, and I mean the drummer, he is used to have overheads. Like we at church we were running 2 overheads and like 1 kit, like that is a little further, to capture like the central image of the drum. And every cymbal is mic'd, so he's used to that. But in here, like I didn't hear any complaints, so I'm pretty sure like he's satisfied with that.
Beautiful. Well, Kuba, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Happy anniversary once again.
Thank you very much.
So guys, yeah, I was able to hijack Joel from his busy schedule. It's been a hectic weekend so far, but I think we've crushed it, dude. It's been, I mean, this is the first time we're working together, and I think we killed it, man, to say the least. I mean, you know, sometimes we gotta pat ourselves on the back because this can be a thankless job once in a while. Joel, myself, Mike are team audio for technical elements on this show, so we're pretty much doing audio support for Revolution Church, and Joel's been in charge of getting Monitor World and the stage up and running, and he was also kind enough to help us with PA and anything else that he could, which was, we're really grateful for that.
You gotta do what you can do when you can do it.
Teamwork is the dream work, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about, you know, your role here as support tech for Revolution Church and how the setup went, and what are some of the challenges that, you know, you came across on this particular show.
Yeah, so my role, you want to just hold it like that?
Yeah, that's
all
fine.
right. Yeah, my role here really is a matter of getting the setup as they want it. So we showed up, we had a patch list, we had all the gear in cases, so it's just a matter of looking at the patch list, finding out where they want to be, how they want to be set up. Thankfully, these guys prepped their consoles in advance, prepped all the RF in advance. I do have one more to coordinate. You can see a little interference right there.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that next. But yeah, just pulling the gear out of boxes, putting it in place, making sure that everything's routed correctly. We got a bunch of stagehands helping us out, so part of the job is giving good directions to people that may not know intuitively how to do everything.
Yes.
So that's a big part of the job, is just being able to communicate clearly to people that may not have the big picture in mind of knowing how to do it. So had a lot of hands here helping out, which is great. And then patching the stage once you've got the console and RF in place. So we're using these really cool Whirlwind W1 patches, which are really slick. They come in like 6 colors right here, and you just patch them right in.
Yeah.
You're good to go. Patch down below into our I/O racks, which in this case we got 2 Rios. Got a couple Rios down here. That's all of our analog I/O, and everything digital is actually down the Dante lines. So one of the cool things about this one is the Trax rig, which if we were analog, we'd probably be looking at anywhere from 8 to 16 channels. All of that's happening on a single cable into the router. Yeah, single Cat 6. Yeah. Yeah, and we got our W1 boxes down there, which keep life really close together. I really love using as short a XLR as I can get my hands on. It makes packing everything up a breeze. We got another drop over there by the drum kit to catch all that stuff. So yeah, that's more or less the long and short of what I do. Byron's a rock star.
Man, you too.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, buddy.
All right.
All right? So be nice to them as they direct us out. Secondly, I want to thank all of our staff and then all of our incredible production. And I mean, aren't these guys and girls amazing? I mean, they just do such an amazing job leading us in worship. Thank you. Thank you. So make sure you load up all your stuff. If you got trash, put them in all the trash bins. And as I say every weekend, church, you know what I say? I love you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Great mix, man. That was amazing.
Many things that I do different, but also
Yeah, no, that was great. All right, folks, Brian's going to get out of here and we're going to tear stuff down. And we'll see you on another one.
All right, Ben. There you go. Hey, buddy.